Hey everybody, and welcome to the video. So this is Josh here, and this is another episode of Walk With Me. So Walk With Me is a series where I take you guys to work with me, catch you up with what I've got going on this week, things I've been thinking about, kind of behind the scenes stuff, maybe topics that aren't worthy of an entire video, all sorts of stuff on here. Yep, so let's get into it. Alright, it has been another very busy week. I'm actually out in the suburbs right now. I'm in a town called Gresham. It's about 15-20 miles east of Portland. Now, I normally film these before I get on the train, but it was actually raining in Portland. Got off the train, it wasn't raining. So I got my camera back out and we are up and running again, which is super cool. And on an even better note, this will be the last episode I make having to commute out into the suburbs. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, the walks from here on will be a little bit different, but it's gonna be so much better for me. I can't wait. So we had a little bit of a fake out with the weather here in Portland. A couple of really nice days, and now it's just been and now looking at the forecast, it's just a really long stretch. It's just a really long stretch of 50s and rainy. You get a little bit overexcited about the springtime, and it took it right away. Yeah, so I was so that guy just whizzed by me, and then he ended up getting stopped by the train. Too funny. Anyway though, what was I talking about? So this last couple of weeks, I've really been trying to clean up my diet a bit. I'm in this weird place where I've learned enough to be able to find that balance to eat, the things I want to eat and make it fit into my life. But I've done that almost too well. I get in these. All right, so filming this out in the suburbs. People are honking at me, people are revving their engines, people are waving and smiling. I must just look like a complete weirdo. Yeah, so one of the things with maintaining my weight now, I'm in the spot where I feel like I've learned enough to be able to balance and have whatever foods I want to have, fit them into my diet, be confident I'm not going to gain all the weight back. But diet isn't all about weight. It's not necessarily about being heavier or lighter. I still need to focus on being healthy and making sure I'm getting the nutrients I need and all of that sort of stuff. So it's been a little bit different compared to what I'm used to. It was always so focused on the weight and the pounds and the calories for so many years. I need to make more of an emphasis on getting all the micronutrients I need and getting all the macros where I need them to be, but not taking away the calories. So trying to eat cleaner, but still maintaining your weight. And I know how this sounds. I know people that are dieting have it much worse. It's just an interesting problem. It's kind of the things you don't really think about when, about maintaining your weight. Because I feel like I could fit in, cookies or random stuff to my diet, but not worry about adding on the pounds. But anyway, so long story short, I've been trying to clean up my diet a little bit. I have a really bad sweet tooth. Even if I have the calories for it, I can't be having I can't be having sweets all the time. I need to cut some of that out. And I have noticed in the past with sweets and with sugar, if you really take them out of your diet for a short period of time, it seems to eliminate a lot of the cravings for me. So that's kind of what I wanted to try and do this week. So I really haven't been having any sweets. I'm trying to kind of reset my palate, so to speak. But yeah, that's been going well. The diet's a little cleaned up. I actually dropped a couple of pounds, which no complaints here. I always want to be a little bit leaner. But yeah, maintaining weight long term really has some interesting dynamics and things that you don't really think about. All right, and then other news this week, Camille and I actually made some new friends in our apartment building, which is pretty cool. We went out to a Moroccan restaurant, which I had never had Moroccan food before. It was so delicious, and it was a really cool experience, this place. It was actually, it had little ottomans that you sit on, and you don't have silverware, so you eat everything with your hands. And the restaurant, it was really neat. It was like 20 bucks and it was a 5-course meal. And they had belly dancers perform. It's just on the weekends that they do that, but what? Got some people that wanted to be in the vlog. But yeah, so that was the food was really good. This is more, I need to start filming out in the suburbs, boy. This is hilarious. This is gonna be an obnoxious episode full of interruptions. I am so sorry. But yeah, the Moroccan food was really good. We had a great time too meeting, we met some new people in our building, so that was a good time. Yeah, making friends when you're an adult and you're not in school or college or meeting people at work. Making friends is so much more difficult than you think it is. Yeah, so it's been nice. You know, we've made a couple of new friends since we've been out here, but yeah, it's been, kind of feels like we're dating. Couple dating. I'm sure some of you can relate. But that is gonna wrap it up for the video. I'm actually at work. My walk out here in the suburbs is a little bit shorter. Also, if anyone watches this that was in one of the cars, leave a comment below. I've never had so many people shout and honk at me when I was filming. You know, I will say too, I showed you guys last week my G7X audio setup. Compared to just using the G7X on its own, this whole rig is so much larger. It really draws so much more attention. But I like having my backdrop be the city and all the hubbub. It's my favorite part of being out here. So make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help me out a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more. Put out new videos twice a week. But until next time, I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.